single Aries. My super singles, my totally singles Aries. I say it because it's a different kind of read. I'm kind of going to go looking for your soulmate here. Already pre-shuffled. Get a little more energy on them. We're looking for not your next mistake, next ex-wife, next ex-husband, next ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, but the one who's right for you. So you're right for them. And I'm going to like open up a runway at the airport, let them land. They maybe been circling for a while. You've been busy doing your thing. And now we're going to go meet them. I'm going to try to describe them. You pick up on a few stories. We're looking at their emotional, their intellectual side, their love and sexual nature, their core values, and their lifestyle. The 4 pillars of a relationship, I think. Like a chair has 4 pillars. So let's get started. Bear with me. It's a little bit different emotionally. We have the Chariot. I'm going to pull 9 cards for this today. The King of Cups. This is for second half of May, I should add. The Devil. So don't get too excited by like the Devil here. Intellectually, strength. King of Pentacles. Okay, guys, you watching this? We got major arcanas at the top. This is like the most conscious position, whether it's in the unconscious of emotions or the conscious of mind. Here we have the moon as an astrologer. Look at that. This is kind of your Mercury energy and Sun energy. And the Fool. And the Devil and the Fool at the bottom and 2 kings in the middle. We're going to stop right there because, wow, that's a lot to handle. Here we will continue and we'll look at their love and sexual nature and their core values and their lifestyle issues going on, guys. Wow. This Devil at the bottom. Emotionally, the Chariot and strength. And the King of Cups of all kings. Perfectly in the emotional position, and the King of Pentacles very good in the intellectual position. The Fool is perfect. Now the Devil, that's the bugaboo. So this is your person. There's nothing toxic here, I don't believe. It's not the kind of reading we're doing. I mean, unless you need to pull in a toxic person. What we're pulling in here is the person that's right for you, the best person for you. But this person probably dealt with addiction issues. And here in this emotional aspect, I'm going to go with addiction issues, not really love issues. Could be, comes into it too, compulsions and stuff, that 8th house energy. I know it's Capricorn, but that's how I'm going with it here. But with the King of Cups here, they're a mature person. We have 2 kings and the Strength card. And the Chariot up here, I mean, they've lived some life. They've been through a lot, learned a lot. So there's some maturity. It could be a parent. It could be someone that can support themselves. But emotionally very stable. They might have their moon in the same sign as their sun type of energy. But I think like the Chariot is they had to make movements. I think like in terms of in the past they went through some experience with addictions, which it can be really great. I mean, once you get past it, what you learn from that experience is invaluable. You don't really get that type of knowledge anywhere else. Probably why we get into it in the first place. Wrestling with those demons in that particular way. So they may have had some help from like religion or belief system or something emotionally. I think that helps them stay stable here with the King of Pentacles, King of Cups. And with the King of Cups, this is like what they learned. what they grew into this King of Cups, you know. Um, and I think like anybody that has addictions, it's like you realize they're always there down at the bottom here. So even though they've moved away from it, and by move away from it, I mean they've moved away from it levels. Like they've put it into perspective with their higher self. Um, they're they've moved on into a much different level of existence than this sort of like low energy of just being so emotionally dependent. This is all emotions on things outside of themselves. And with the King of Cups, it's emotional self-containment, maturity, emotional maturity. So I'd look for them to tell you a story about a religious or spiritual epiphany of some kind, a transformative event, be it a near-death experience, Aries, or you know, nowadays, I mean, somebody you took 5 grams of magic mushrooms in silent dark, and you found yourself talking to God. I think they're going to tell you something like that when you get to meet them here. And intellectually, I think that the strength really goes with the chariot. Um, they may, from this experience, have invested themselves into whatever it is they discovered to help them in terms of a belief system, a religion, or a spiritual practice, or something like this. And I think this says like their mind, they're really interested in this type of area of existence. Like they're really focused on higher callings, higher values, putting things into the perspective of what's the meaning for it in your life, what's your life purpose, um, and with the King of Pentacles here. Just it's a very good mind, very mature. They may tell you they may say like I was never really a child. Could be that energy too, with the strength here. Like, or they just have like a first house sun. Yeah, like I said, a first house sun conjunct moon, or trine the moon, or something like that, or it's some positive, harmonious aspect. Um, they feel very uh, capable of talking about that. It's like when you take this they became the King of Cups, and then to become the King of Pentacles intellectually, I think is to take that and do something with it. Really mature, so basically help other people. We haven't looked over here at their lifestyle core values. You may see their career. But with the Fool down here at the bottom, there's an element, again, they're not perfect, no one's perfect, but this is your person. I think, like, in order to deal with this devil energy that they have down deep, they got to kind of blow it out now and again. So there's something that they do intellectually that helps them to deal with this that others might find kind of odd. It might be a little out there. They could even have something about them that's a little odd. I mean, I swear to God, like Tourette's comes to mind. Um, it could be like they laugh it off or they talk about it in some kind of way, like, and then I found myself laying in a pool of blood with looking at my teeth and or something like that. Something kind of quirky that's a bit bent of mind, and it would be really like unusual. Like when they act like this I'm trying to think of how you're going to recognize them. You're going to notice it, maybe even in an interaction where you get to know them for a couple hours date, where this little quirky part. There's Uranus square Mercury can do that, or opposing Mercury. Get these kind of strange, odd outbursts, or strange observations or something. But it's related to somehow maybe how they deal with this energy inside. Almost like I think of like a release valve. There's some kind of release valve they have, and it may be something mental. They may, maybe they play a game, or maybe they have a mental exercise that helps them. So let's look at their sexuality here. Page of Cups, Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups. So a lot of emotions in their sexuality here. Okay, so something went on. They might tell you about this. It's an odd thing to say, like, but if you're their soulmate, you're gonna hear it eventually. There was something sexual that went on with them younger. Now, it may not have been they're physically molested. It could have been an emotional type of incest, likely from a mother, maybe who was an own, a single mother, and trying to provide both roles and maybe also provide income and survival. Um, and maybe mixed up too with the devil in this transition that they had to make to fulfill themselves emotionally with the King of Cups. Um, and that's the pain. And also, like this Ten of Swords may correspond to the moment that they hit, hit bottom, okay, in terms of the addiction, whatever was going on there. It was probably around love and relationship. It's not that much of a stretch, right? And then here again, you see where the Nine of Cups now they finally they get some kind of balance in themselves, and again, like see the devil, and then the Fool is between the devil and the Nine of Cups, and it's like again the Nine of Cups here could be blowing off steam, blowing off steam. It's not the Happy Bachelor here. That's not what that is in this position. Um, in terms of Venus energy and Mars energy, it surely looks like a Venus and water and a Mars and water here. Pisces is logical. If you're dealing with these addiction issues, um, could see Pisces. And in terms of love and relationship, I think they're going to present a younger energy. That makes sense. Like we'll see here too. In a second, I'll do their core values and lifestyle. But I think like they're going to be with other people and at work a little bit harder, a little bit firmer, a little bit more reserved than they are with you, and or like your children, your whoever they give their cup to. And there's a real sincerity too about their love, like sweet. Like you're gonna think they're really sweet. They'll do little sweet things for you here. Um, and sexually, I think it means a lot to them too. Um, so when they make love, well, I say it's probably like a Cancer Mars, Pisces Mars, here, making love is so much more than sex to them. It's emotionally how they stay grounded and feel connected in their partnership. Um, uh, let's see what we get for their Two of Cups. Okay, so they love relationships, And again, with that now, boy, with the Page of Cups, they are a one man woman or a one woman man. Okay, and emotionally they gonna need to feel connected in order to make love. Like they if they're a man, they literally probably couldn't get it up if they're not emotionally connected. This is so not a player, and emotionally a woman, they're just not even gonna go there unless there's some kind of emotional connection. Page of Pentacles here, core values and lifestyle, and the Three of Swords. Strong feeling that they're gonna excuse me, they're gonna say this to you in some fashion here, guys. They're all about love. They are all about reciprocation. They think about soulmates. They may watch tarot and stuff, twin flames, and when they give their commitment, again, the sincerity. You got the Page of Cups here, Page of Pentacles here. When they give their cup, I mean, it's for life. They're like a Catholic, man. You know, they're not gonna want to get divorced. But deep down, their deepest fear is abandonment. So there's some kind of abandonment thing that goes on with them too. That's maybe what a part of all this is, what they're dealing with the mom here. But they keep that well in hand. Um, so you're going to find like this is a person that's not flitting from relationship to relationship. This is someone that's either they've been married or in a long-term committed relationship for a substantial amount of time, or they've been that and then been single, possibly for a substantial amount of time. They're likely going to tell you they've been celibate for a while, at least some length of time. We're assuming now that they're also single and available, super single, totally single, like you are. That's what we're asking for here from Spirit in this reading. Um, this may be too what's going on with the sex here. It just sort of reassures them that reconnection that they're not going to feel this feeling. You know, this is that feeling of the other shoe is going to drop. It's like, you know, I loved you with all my heart. I gave you everything I have to give, but yet you hurt me. So this is a deep fear they have. It's not what you're going to do. It's not what we're talking about, but this is in them. And this is tied up with this devil energy, you know. That's why I say it doesn't go away. Something they're dealing with, they learn to deal with. They think they've got a pretty healthy handle on it, but it's still there. So even you being their soulmate, they may not jump into bed with you on the very first date. Um, um, but when I think they do, you're going to be pleased. You can put a lot of emotion into their lovemaking. And they bring such a sincere you know, interest in love. I mean, they're going to be a fantastic soulmate because even if you weren't their soulmate, they're going to really give you everything they have to give. It's just what they do. You know, when they love someone, and so now you're going to be you're going to benefit from that, and you're going to reciprocate. And so there's a lot of this stuff here with their devil energy, in the fool energy, what they kind of have to do to kind of outlet some of the problems they have, that will calm down. And sexually, you're going to calm them right down. They're going to feel like their Two of Cups has been fulfilled, maybe finally. They may say finally, they're like, my whole life I've been waiting for this. I felt like I've been deserving it. Felt like I always did the right thing. Yeah, so I think they're just going to be very happy with you, Aries. Let me know if you relate to that. I appreciate it, guys. And give me a like. What the heck? It's easy. It's good karma. I do appreciate everyone subscribing. I want to get to 1,000 and go live. Thank you, Aries.